Good afternoon and very warm welcome to all of you on this webinar when two of the best institutions, HDFC, Pioneer in Housing Finance, and IGBC, the largest rating company in India, are joining hands to promote green housing projects and also create awareness about it. We also have with us today a panel of experts who will talk about it. We have Mr. S.K. Hota, Managing Director, National Housing Bank. We have Mr. Suresh, Chairman, IGBC. We have Mr. Ravi Agarwal, Co-founder and Managing Director, Signature Group. We also have Mrs. Karnad, Managing Director, HDFC. Thank you all for taking out time for this important event. Before I invite Mr. Hota to speak and give us his views, I will give a little perspective of the green housing and set a tone for the meeting. I think we all know the demand for housing is robust in India, and the way the urbanization is happening, we expect this construction activity and the pace to go up only from here. 38 to 40% of the energy consumption today are required for the construction industry. And construction industry is also one of the major reasons for pollution and the global warming. The green housing is a subset of affordable housing, and I think is the right step probably in direction to control global warming and environmental pollution. Internationally and within India, the government, the leaders, the scientists, researchers, investment agencies, the development agency, everybody is talking about global warming and how we can cut down the pollution and bring down the global warming. The green housing in India is in a very nascent stage. What I understand from the report, just to 6 to 8% of the built up area in India is green rated. And most of it is commercial, and so residential is very late, and thus there is a huge potential for the green housing and also the growth opportunities. And when we say there are growth opportunities, obviously there are many challenges which we need to encounter. In my view, if we need to do something on this, I would rate them, say A to F. I say if we do A to F, probably we can meet some of the challenges. And A means awareness among the stakeholders, which is developer, lending, and the consumer. B means better policy reforms and better incentive for the developers, lending institution, and even consumers so that they can take up this. C is construction techniques. I think we have to move away from the traditional construction techniques to the modern technology so that which are more environment friendly, and we can speed up the construction. D, I think the designs, we need a fancy building, but at the same time, architects, planners have to work for green meeting norms for such buildings. E, environment friendly alternate building materials products. And F, the most important is, I think, easy and cheaper access of funds for the green housing. I think we all have to work together for a mass movement, and unless we all work together as the stakeholders, I am sure we can all do this a reality for us. I think I will stop here, and because most of the viewers would like to hear what are the views of the expert, I request Mr. Hota, who is Managing Director NHB, to kindly share his view and what are these prospects for green housing as per NHB. Mr. Hota.
Yeah, thanks, Mr. Joshi. Mr. Joshi told in his opening remarks that yes, green rating particularly in residential segment is still in very nascent stage, and there are challenges. He counted the challenges A, B, C, D, and all. I agree that yes, we have got a lot to do, but one more thing, there is no denying that this green leveling, and IGBC is in the 20th year of its inception. So green rating is not new to the country, but the green rating, it remained initially as a thing of the affluent, and post the IT sector meltdown in 2008, somewhere there was a period of lull. As NHB as the apex housing body, in 2013 we had joined hands with KfW. It's a development financial agency of German development agency. It was a 50 million euro program where the target was on energy efficiency, that in the residential housing, new residential housing, the target was, can we reduce the energy consumption by 30%? And the experience was really phenomenal. It was what we are using is the wall insulations and the double glazing of window pans, and the outcome was 44% against the target of 30%. The results were 34% reduction in the energy consumption. And since last 3 years, we are onto the Sunroof India program. It is again another program with a French development agency, AFD, and European Union. It's a 100 million euro program where IGBC's ratings, these are the gold and platinum ratings, and similarly Graha's ratings are reckoned, and it's a refinance program. That apart, for quite some time, NHB in its refinance program, all refinances, we have granted a concession of 10 basis points in the funds cost when it comes to the green rated, the leveled housing finance. So, if you see the measure deterrent, as rightly told, there is a perceived higher cost of green building. This perceived is to be underlined. There is a perception that green leveling and green buildings are things of the affluent and not for the masses. That myth needs to be broken. The average Indian, the average population, they deserve the comforts of their house where the extremities of winter and summer really doesn't affect them. We have got air conditioners and we are using all those thermal comforts, the gadgets of thermal comforts because we can afford. But when you look at the affordable segment of housing, I think there is quite a bit to be done. And I think the pandemic has taught us big lessons. Now the average Indian, if you see, there is a greater realization has set in conserving nature, safeguarding environment, as well as there is a very positive attitude towards whatever is green and whatever is natural. Simultaneously, when it comes to housing, I think the funds cost are the lowest as of now. We are at the bottom of that interest rate curve. EMIs are pretty affordable. And there is a migration of population from the metros to the non-metros. There is lot of demand for affordable houses. If you see the history of green leveling, hardly 5 to 6% of the total green leveled construction is into residential housing. So unless we take that to at least a matching level with the commercial buildings, and we make the stocks available, I think the role of financing agencies, role of banks, it comes later. The primary is how to deliver those stocks, how to create those stocks available and available on all property search engines, on all marketing platforms. When I go and search for a house, a affordable house, maybe a 2-room or 3-room apartment, whether it is in Delhi, Bangalore, Mumbai, or in the suburbs, then it should throw the green houses to me, the green leveled houses. If the stocks are on the shelf, then it will, and if the prices are demonstrated, that no, it was a perceived notion that it is costly, but it's not that costly. If you take today's cost of funds, if you take today's the stamp duty reductions by many states, if you take the demand that lies in the market, I think it works well both for the lending institution as well as for the developers. For both of us, all of us, as well as the rating agencies, for IGBC also, I'll say that yes, collectively, all of us need to gear up to make these stocks available so that the demand should be self-generated. If you think of the energy efficiency ratings in the country, till 2 decades back, or maybe 1.5 decades back, there was nobody was aware of what is that CFL and what is a 3-star, 5-star rating air conditioner or a fridge. But today, anybody, the average Indian goes to a store, he first asks for what is the rating. That's the energy efficiency rating. So we need to take it to the masses. We need to popularize it. The first and foremost thing is awareness, creation of awareness. Demand will be auto-generated. I think the developers will be compelled to deliver those stocks with sales. Because a developer, always he delivers to, he first makes an assessment of the demand and accordingly he creates the stock. So awareness building, awareness generation, taking things to the last mile, to the low and mid income segment, that is most important. And my request to all of us who are sitting here, we are stakeholders and we have got a responsibility. I am very happy today. It's a very good beginning that one that is SDFC, which is the market leader in housing, and another IGBC, which is the pioneer in ratings, and they have already come up with the affordable green ratings for housing. So I think no better time than today that it's auspicious beginning. I wish SDFC and IGBC, this MOU goes long, and I think we are on track. I'm very happy about both in the KFW program and AFD program of the Sunray program of NHP. It was SDFC who was in the forefront, and it was IGBC which was in the forefront. I'm very happy both of them. Two giants are together today. They have come together. I think it's pretty visible that in next 1 year's time we would have taken the green residential housing concept into the masses, and we would have achieved quite a bit. Thank you. I wish both SDFC and IGBC all success in this joint venture. Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Thank you, Mr. Ota, for your inputs and the information you shared. Mr. Abhijat has joined. We also would like to welcome Mr. Abhijat. I can't see him, but I think he has already joined in. But in the meantime, मैं request करूँगा Mr. V. Suresh. V. Suresh is the chairman IGBC, and you know Mr. V. Suresh has a passion for housing and the infrastructure. He is ex-chairman, managing director HUDCO. He is on a lot of committees for the government, and under his leadership, I think there has been a lot of movement on the green housing. We'd like to invite Mr. V. Suresh to kindly brief us what all green buildings in India and what IGBC is planning to do going forward. Mr. V. Suresh.
Thank you. Very happy. Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. A special welcome to Dr. Hota ji, Chairman of the National Housing Bank, Renu Karnad ji, Ravi Agarwal ji, Sanjay Joshi ji, and hopefully we'll just be having Amrit Abhijat ji, Joint Secretary as well as Mission Director for Housing for All, PMAY, joining shortly. And what a great way to start than with the opening remarks by Hota Saab. He's really set the setting rightly. Housing is really becoming one of the most important development agenda all over the country ever since the Housing for All agenda was launched by the Honorable Prime Minister in 2015 under PMAY. And most importantly, with all the amenities and facilities, and also to make it sustainable, is a very powerful message that has gone. And IGBC over the years, Indian Green Building Council is 20 years old, and we have been doing the green building movement over the last 2 decades, covering all asset class of building. Predominantly in the earlier years, it was on commercial buildings and office buildings and other hotels and other buildings, but then residential buildings we opened out. We are the first to open out, even though USGBC was available and other agents were there to open the green homes. We opened in 2008, and I'm very happy. A 12-year history is there for the green homes that we had, and not only has it been very successful, but then we also had a version 3.0 done very recently, because we continuously keep it updated with the feedback that we get from all the users in a very large way. And housing was launched under PMAY. IGBC itself identified that while the green home was predominantly helping the upper or the low income and the middle income and the high income sector, the bottom half was not getting covered. So IGBC on its own, as Hota Sahab rightly said, we had a separate rating system called IGBC Green Affordable Home. The very interesting initiative to cover all those houses which are of the economically weakest section, low income category of around 400, 600, 800 square, even lower middle income can come under that particular component there. So a two rating system called the IGBC Green Home Rating and also IGBC Affordable Green Home Rating. Primarily, that is what is implemented under the PMAY program in a large way. And we are very happy that for a scheme like this particular nature, all the housing finance companies are doing extremely well to extend the housing finance for them on the credit cum subsidy scheme there. And also in this particular area, good developers are coming, and I'm very happy that the distinguished presence of Renu Karnadji, whom we know for the last 3 decades plus in the HDFC side, and of course now the young Ravi Agarwal, who, as Renu rightly said, has made a good impact in the housing scheme for the affordable housing scheme in a large way. And what an interesting, we had the greatest opportunity to collaborate with both Ravi Agarwal's signature tune in the Gurugram housing. Extremely good product has come out over there, and we also been able to extend the rating for that building. And we are very happy to note that we have been able to work with those particular projects also equally well. And very happy to share with everybody, since the question was raised by Sanjay ji, I thought I'll very briefly indicate that we have done about in the last around 20 years time period, around 6,000 odd projects, or with about 7.71 billion square feet, 771 crore square feet of green footprint having come. And in that, residential component is also quite substantial. We have 28 rating system for all the asset classes, but residential homes, we have covered about 2,336 projects with about 2.12 billion square feet or 212 crore square feet of green building, and about 17.6 lakhs of green homes have come. 17.6 lakhs, Sanjay, that's quite a big number. But then when the affordable green home started over there in 2015 over there, the rating came in 2016, and here again, we are done substantially well, and large number of states are doing very well. Maharashtra, Uttar Pradesh, West Bengal, Karnataka, Tamil Nadu, Haryana is doing an affordable home, like today Ravi is there, Gujarat is doing very well, and Maharashtra is also doing. Our idea is that the green affordable homes really brings, and in that, no problem on costing, sir. No additional cost to come. I'm sure Ravi Agarwal as well as his Sanjay and his Vashne will tell. No additional cost is involved to make it green. Integrated water management, energy management, waste management, good indoor quality, lighting and ventilation, and greening of the environment. And actually, these are exciting things to do with no additional cost at all. That means a green building does not cost. There's a good planning and design right in the beginning. If you're able to do that, you're able to produce good product. Therefore, the products also sell well. Consumer is happy, and therefore, whatever thing is produces, it also sells well in the market. Increasing acceptance also come. Affordability is there, as well acceptability is there for the product on that. We are very happy to ink this wonderful MOU today evening with HDFC, who are the doyens in this particular sector on anything on the housing finance sector in general, and more so now in the affordable housing finance sector. Excellent initiative being taken. Renuji, I want to congratulate you and the HDFC team for the great initiative you are doing, and very happy to hear from Hota Sahab that even in the listing from the KFW, as well as the initiative come under Sunroof. And under Sunroof also, we have large number of 40 odd projects already registered, by the way. That's with the French Development Agency, AFD, the new initiative that has been done at Sunroof, where again another 40 affordable housing projects have already been signed up. So therefore, good, except, so I'm telling not only KFW, but Sunroof project also, I'm just making a brief mention. And to have Renuji to be part of our particular thing, to work together in substantial, large level is a great opportunity, and we are grateful to Renuji for coming forward to ink this wonderful relationship. And there will be a lot of things that we can share with each other on the wonderful initiative. And of course, HDFC as an organization does not only the housing plus also other product assets are there. We are covering many of them, but today our topic is primarily on the housing segment and more so under the affordable housing segment, wherein we are distinct product available, extremely popular product there and going well, and that's very useful to NHB to find out that in additional interest listing that can be made available. Energy savings, sir, it comes to roughly ranging from about 25% to 40% depending upon how well the passive design of the building which architects and engineers can bring in, and active issues, be it in terms of lighting level, in terms of the air conditioners or refrigerators or washing machines, other related things are put, which can be all star rated one under the various products there. Cost is, as I said, no additional cost is involved in this particular one, and we are very happy and proud to be associated with the great movement. And this is one of the best things that has happened to the country of the Housing for All agenda. It is not very easy that 11.2 million houses are coming up in the shortest possible time, and most of them are already sanctioned. I'm sure Amrit Abhijati will be able to share those details with us, but we are aware of the excellent initiative that has already come in the sector, and we are happy that from the IGBC side to contribute to environment-friendly, ecologically appropriate and energy-saving houses on integrated energy management, water management, waste management, and greening of the environment. And at the end of the day, good quality environment to all our consumers. And at the end of the day, that's what really matters. That's what matters to Ravi and his clients. And I'm sure that's what matters to financing institute, because then we get back the EMI rightly. That's what happy for institute like IGBC, because at the end of it, you're able to contribute to facilitate towards a green environment, built environment being developed. Thank you very much. And I want to offer my very, very best wishes to Renu Karnad ji and all the wonderful discerning builders like Ravi Agarwal ji, plus many other builders in different parts of the country contributing to the affordable homes, and to NHB, who is coordinating all this work on behalf of the whole country. We have the greatest pleasure of working on the board of directors of NHB, both myself as Hatko CMD and Deepak Parekh ji. For 5 years together, we are both on the board at one point of time during the late 90s. It's a great institution, contributing well, not only as a regulation, but also development oriented. That's what NHB has done. NHB's role has gone beyond that of a regulator alone, which was earlier, but now also dealing with this development function of the environment-friendly and sustainable housing program. Thank you very much, Sanjay, for inviting all of us. Thank you.
Thank you, sir, for very, very passionate speech, and as usual, very encouraging and good, enlightening views from IGBC. I would like to invite Mr. Ravi Agarwal. Now, Ravi Agarwal, is the co-founder and managing director of Signature Group. Yeah, Ravi.
First, I want to congratulate HDFC, NHB, and the IGBC for such a great endeavor.
Volume.
I think so. Yeah. First, I want to congratulate HDFC, NHB, and the IGBC for such a great endeavor for making our world better, environment better. So that, and Mr. Abhijit for such a great government support, so that we can make a good house for a person, because आज जो पेंडेमिक के दौरान एक सिचुएशन नई क्रिएट हुई कि लोगों के अंदर एक ऑर्गेनाइज हाउसिंग को लेके एक नई डिमांड जनरेट हुई, और जहां तक हम लोगों का सवाल है, हम लोग बिल्कुल अफोर्डेबल हाउसिंग पे हमारा 90% ऑफ द पोर्टफोलियो हम लोग सिर्फ अफोर्डेबल हाउसिंग पे काम करते हैं, और अफोर्डेबल हाउसिंग की एक नई डिमांड जनरेट हुई इस पेंडेमिक के दौरान। ये लोग जो अनऑर्गेनाइज हाउसिंग में रह रहे थे, अनऑथराइज कॉलोनीज में रह रहे थे, वो एनवायरमेंट को लेके काफी ज्यादा कोई सेंसिटिविटी नहीं थी। आज ऑर्गेनाइज हाउसिंग में अगर वो आ जाएंगे और ग्रीन बिल्डिंग के हाउसिंग में आ जाएंगे, तो आई थिंक सो हम लोग लाइफ को और बेटर बना पाएंगे। जहां तक बात है जो आईजीबीसी की साइड में, आज सिग्नेचर ग्लोबल ऑलरेडी प्योर अफोर्डेबल हाउसिंग पे काम करती है, और हम ऑलरेडी 20,000 अपार्टमेंट ऑलरेडी लॉन्च कर चुके हैं, और सारे के सारे हम ग्रीन बिल्डिंग के अंदर कर रहे हैं, और शायद हम जो कमिंग ईयर में भी 10,000 अपार्टमेंट और लेके आने के प्लान में है, और जस्ट हम लोग चाह रहे हैं कि वो प्रोजेक्ट में हम लोग सब ग्रीन बिल्डिंग के नॉर्म्स के अंदर पूरा कर सकें। इसमें जो ओवरऑल कस्टमर का एक फीडबैक जो आ रहा है हमारे पास वो बहुत पॉजिटिव आ रहा है कि उनको हम सब एजुकेट कर पा रहे हैं कि यस आपकी इससे एनर्जी सेविंग होगी, आपकी और पूरे एनवायरनमेंट की लाइफ बेटर होगी। बट कुछ चीजें हैं जो अगर, क्योंकि ये आई थिंक सो सब लोग यहाँ पर हैं, हम लोग अपना थोड़ा सा कंसर्न जो सपोर्ट रिक्वायर्ड है वो अगर हम जाहिर कर पाएंगे तो बहुत बेहतर होगा। और आज तक जो भी अफोर्डेबल हाउसिंग थी उसके अंदर HDFC के पास से एक ग्रेट सपोर्ट मिस्टर कर्नाड के पास से बना रहा है। आई थिंक सो वही हम लोग उनको एक सपोर्ट देता है कि या तो हम लोग इतना मास पे काम करने का प्रयास कर रहे हैं। क्या है कि IGBC जब हम बिल्डिंग करते हैं तो कॉस्टिंग अफोर्डेबल में बड़ी सेंसिटिविटी की चीज है, क्योंकि हम बड़े टाइम सेंसिटिव प्रोजेक्ट करते हैं और साथ में कॉस्ट सेंसिटिव प्रोजेक्ट करते हैं, क्योंकि उनकी कॉस्टिंग बहुत ज्यादा नहीं होती प्रोजेक्ट्स की। हम लोग करीबन गुड़गांव के अंदर जो काम कर रहे हैं, हम लोग 2 बेडरूम अपार्टमेंट करीबन 22 से 25 लाख रुपए में लोगों को दे पा रहे हैं, जो आसपास 70 से 80 लाख रुपए में मिलता है। हम लोग उस सेंसिटिव जोन में काम करना चाहते हैं ताकि जिस पर्सन के पास होमलेस है उसको घर दे पाएं और उसको भी ग्रीन बिल्डिंग दे पाएं। तो उसमें थोड़ा सा ये सपोर्ट अगर, क्योंकि आज ग्रीन बिल्डिंग हम बनाते हैं या नॉर्मल बिल्डिंग बनाते हैं तो उसके अंदर कॉस्ट का इंक्रीमेंट नो डाउट आता है, और क्योंकि हम लोग जिस सेगमेंट में काम करते हैं जो प्राइसिंग है वो या तो मार्केट कैप कर देती है या गवर्नमेंट के पास से कैप रहता है। तो वो जो हिस्सा रहता है, जो एक्स्ट्रा एडिशनल कॉस्ट आती है, अगर उसके अंदर कोई गवर्नमेंट अगर हमें इस तरह की सपोर्ट दे पाए कि जो FAR है वो अगर 10% के आसपास इंक्रीज कर पाए गोल्ड रेटिंग के लेवल पे, तो इट विल बी ए ग्रेट सपोर्ट टू ऑल ऑफ अस। और हमारा बहुत एंडेवर है कि हम लोग करीबन 1 लाख हाउसिंग करने का हमारा विजन है नेक्स्ट 5 ईयर्स के अंदर, जो प्योर ग्रे बिल्डिंग पे नॉर्म पे रहेंगी। दूसरा, अभी हम लोग डिस्कशन कर रहे थे कि ग्रीन बिल्डिंग को लेकर आई थिंक सो जो कस्टमर के लेवल पे भी बेनिफिट्स जा रहे हैं, बट कुछ डेवलपर के लेवल पे भी अभी तक क्या हुआ, अफोर्डेबल हाउसिंग को गवर्नमेंट ने सर्टिफाई किया था इंफ्रा के अंदर जब बजट आया था, बट वो RBI के अंदर शायद उसके अंदर गाइडलाइंस में अभी भी इम्प्लीमेंटेशन पेंडिंग है। तो आज भी अफोर्डेबल हाउसिंग को रियल एस्टेट की तरह देखा जाता है, नॉर्मल रियल एस्टेट की तरह से उसको फंड किया जाता है। तो आज अभिजात जी बैठे, मैं इसमें तो थोड़ा सा ऐड करना चाहूंगा कि अगर ग्रीन बिल्डिंग के एटलीस्ट प्रोजेक्ट्स को वो प्योर इंफ्रा के अंदर शिफ्ट कर दिया जाए तो इट विल बी ग्रेट सपोर्ट, शायद हम लोग ग्रीन बिल्डिंग की तरफ और ज्यादा बढ़ पाएंगे आगे। तीसरा, एक थोड़ा सा, क्योंकि ग्रीन बिल्डिंग के कारण क्या होता है, ग्रीन बिल्डिंग जब भी आप करते हैं तो आपको जब बिल्डिंग प्लान्स कराने जाते हैं तो उससे पहले आपको IGBC रेटिंग कराने की जरूरत पड़ती है, तब आपकी ग्रीन पहले बिल्डिंग प्लान्स होते हैं। तो अगर उस जो अप्रूवल ऑफ IGBC की पीरियड को, शायद 1.5 से 2 महीना जो पीरियड लगता है, अगर उस पीरियड को घटा के अगर 15 से 20 दिन में कर पाए तो हमारे, क्योंकि टाइम सेंसिटिव प्रोजेक्ट होते हैं, तो हम लोग उस एफर्ट की तरफ और आगे बढ़ पाएंगे। बाकी पूरी ऑर्गेनाइजेशन पूरी तरह से अफोर्डेबल ग्रीन बिल्डिंग की तरफ एंडेवर है और उसी में हम लोग लगातार चलने वाले हैं। करीबन 1 लाख घर हम लोगों को देना चाहते हैं बिकॉज ऑफ सपोर्ट एंड सच ए ग्रेट सपोर्ट ऑफ HDFC एंड सच अ ग्रेट गवर्नमेंट सपोर्ट। Thank you.
May I request Reenu ma'am to kindly share her
Yeah.
views as a
Thank you.
lending institution? Yeah.
Thank you so much. At this, I think we have delayed. We should have signed this much earlier. That's all I can say at this ceremony. And I really am very, very thankful, Mr. Abhijat and Mr. Hota, for you coming and gracing this occasion, because I think it's very, very important that both of you are there to actually understand and see what we can do in this sector. I know NHB has been pushing us for a long while and the government has done so many things to help, but I think a lot needs to be done. I think it was in 2002 when I think Venkataya Naidu ji at that time actually sort of discussed that whether we should make all new buildings to be green and whether it should become mandatory. I think that really set the whole green housing thing rolling. I just wanted to say, if you look at from an HDFC point of view, we have tried in the last few years to try and see what we can do, but I have to admit it was, a by the way sort of effort. With this, I think we are going to become very, very focused. We are going to make sure that, all the buildings that we fund, we try and see how we can influence the developers who are working with us, because whatever you say, at the end of the day, Hindi में बोलते हैं ना कि पैसा बोलता है वाली बात, you are able to, influence some of the smaller developers. Exactly what Hota Saab said. The perception people have is that if you try and become more green friendly, it's going to add cost to it. And if it's going to add cost to it, it's going to become not affordable for the ultimate customer. And I think that is something that we as a company can, make sure that we are conveying it to most of our stakeholders. As you're aware, housing, of course, touches 250 odd industries. And again, I think through the same, route, whether we can also make our builders realize that the vendors that they're working with can also look at some of the green initiatives that are now easily available. I just want to tell you, it's very small considering how large we are. But today we were looking at the numbers that we can call green in our portfolio, and there are about 290 green certified buildings that we have in our retail portfolio, amounting to something like 14,000 crores, which actually is very, very small. But I think we've done a much better job on our non-retail portfolio, which is the LRD portfolio. There we saw that close to 75% of the funding that we've done till now, and which amounts to close to $4.6 billion, is where we have been able to cover the green aspect of it. I think more and more builders are aware of it, are able to at least talk about it. I've been sitting on many of these award, groups that decide who to award to. The gold, platinum, and the LEEDs certification is there. But I think eventually it has to really come down to the lowest common denominator, which is across the country. So these builders that we talk of are the larger builders, are the builders who are also more savvy. But I think what we really need to do is to make sure that it goes down to the smallest player in this piece. I think green finance for the Indian housing sector, again, has been very, very low. And I don't know whether the government and NHB together can do something where we can attract actually more funding into this sector. I believe in October, this is a number that I have, that we had issued close to 26 billion of green bonds. But, my understanding is that not much of these issuances actually reach the housing sector. Also, if you see IFC's Green Building Report, where in India, green buildings market is currently at a nascent stage, with only 5% of buildings being classified as green. I think here the opportunity there for us to have some funding and use that funding as a mechanism to actually make sure that, even an entity like HDFC, that if it is green, we're able to reduce some interest rate on it will go a long way. Similarly, Mr. Hota, I guess the funding that we get from you, if we can use towards green buildings, if there can be something that can be worked out and then can be passed on, I think will be very, very interesting. I just wanted to share what we are doing in HDFC right now. And this has also become, this whole thing of ESG and green has also become very, very important from a shareholder point of view, from a stakeholder point of view, just like it is from a regulator point of view. We are seeing more and more of the shareholders of HDFC looking at how green our policies are, how environmentally friendly our policies are, not only within HDFC, but also with the people that we work with. So I've just actually today come out of a meeting where, just for the information of Hota Saab and Mr. Abhijat, we are saying literally from the time we get a project, we are starting to go and try and see, we can't make it mandatory, to try and see how we can start a sort of an internal rating process, which by the time it reaches really the credit committee, that we try and sanction loans or sanction at least our construction developer loans to builders who are either there or who promise to be there. I think these are some of the things that we are trying to do more and more if we can. I think going forward, both NHB and RBI together are going to insist on it. So I think very soon it's going to become a compulsory, process that all HFCs will need to look at. And I think going forward from now 2018 to 2013, we're talking about an investment opportunity of close to $1.25 trillion that the IFC is saying that actually can go into green housing. So again, we are talking to IFC to see whether some of the funds can come in here.
And we'd like to invite Mr. Abhijat. Abhijat is Mission Director Housing for All.
Yes.
Under his leadership, the ministry have already started nearly 10 million houses under PMAY. And if I have to describe him in one sentence, probably I will say that he's a man behind affordable housing revolution. Affordable housing resolution.
Absolutely.
Revolution. Okay. Yeah. Mr. Abhijat, we'd like to hear from you. Yeah.
Okay. Good afternoon. Then, am I audible very clearly?
Yes.
Very well, sir. Very well.
Okay. So, as you all know, today is a slightly busy day because we all have assembled on a very august occasion when the Honorable Prime Minister has consented to be a part of the function for the lighthouse projects, which is to be formally inaugurated on the 1st of January at 11 o'clock. So I'd like to also request the HDFC family and the entire body of people who are present here today to be present on the occasion. And we are sending invites. Also, Zoom links do work these days. So that is perhaps the way to go. So it's always a pleasure hearing Renu ma'am and Mr. Joshi and Mr. Agrawal. Mr. Hota is obviously always working with us. And the first opportunity that I got on hearing this about this unique initiative, I immediately said yes, because this is something we've been very closely working in Housing for All. It is not just another housing scheme for us, as the Honorable Prime Minister and the Ministry has always been advocating. Through this program, we have intended and we have been able to push a lot of projects with the new technology or innovative technology, as they are called, and they necessarily are green in nature because they are resource efficient, number one, because we use only water, and less water, we use less energy, they consume less energy once it's made, so on and so forth. So within the PMAY, we had this mission, a separate submission by the name of Technology Submission, where we started promoting this, and we asked the state governments to have technology neutral tenders, and close to about 15 lakh houses were being made with new technology. But as we got along, we got this inspiration from the Honorable Prime Minister when he told that we should do a challenge wherein we could get more and more technologies from abroad, and we could probably make them something that is very suitable to Indian conditions. So we did the Global Housing Technology Challenge in 2019 March, which was a stupendous success by its own standards, and we were able to get about 54 new technologies, which were then branched out in 6 streams. And it's a very happy occasion for us that 6 states, these technologies are coming as affordable housing projects, where they will be as lighthouse projects, we call them. But along the sidelines, it is just not housing. It is going to be much, much more, because universities, hostels, medical institutions, housing sector as such, industries, all of these constructions can be benefited by the new innovative technology. And the IGBC has been working very, very importantly in this sector, where green energy and use of such efficient technologies have been advocated. It never really occurred to me that, a banking institution can actually devise their policies and their approach in a manner in which they also can work for a green country or a green world. And it gives me immense pleasure, frankly speaking, to try and understand this process by which the banking sector will loan out to such projects on a preferential basis, and will probably carve out such a scheme within the overall working environment, wherein you are actually able to contribute to green buildings, is absolutely music to our ears, because this is something I think you are doing it for the first time, perhaps in the entire banking sector, that you are promising and actually going about with signing an agreement with a body which takes care of this for green buildings. I am sure that other banks will be looking at this very closely and will follow suit, and we will be working very closely on this. And I am one or two other institutions have also spoken to me about such initiatives, but HDFC clearly has taken the cake away, and it's really good that this project is being launched today, and I'm sure that NHB will work out some policy where we could favor such projects which have a green rating or a green branding as such. So it's been a very good occasion. We are just 7 days short of the very important program, so you can imagine. Otherwise, in a post-COVID world or in a pre-COVID world, this could have been a very important meeting where we could have met personally and spoken to each one of you and seen what's to be done. But perhaps we can look to better times in the coming 2021. And I again invite all of you for the function on the 1st, and we will be sending out links to the entire banking community. I think that this event is really going to be the game changer in terms of advocacy, in terms of real projects coming up in the innovative technology for the entire country to see, and how we develop it as we go along. So thank you very much, and I congratulate all of you once again.
Thank you so much, sir, for joining and taking time out of your busy schedule. Yeah, ma'am, before we
look forward to
request Mr. Venkat Giri to formally summarize the
Would you like?
So vote of thanks. We would like to do MOU. Yeah,
MOU.
I think we can have exchange of MOUs.
How do I exchange it?
Yeah,
I think we're showing it. Display.
We will show it right now.
Can you see
Madam
it?
is there? You can pull it up a little. Now it's clear. Now it's very clear.
Okay.
Very good.
Good.
Very good. Great pleasure.
Thank you. Same here. Suresh,
Yeah.
Thank you
great
so
pleasure. And we look forward to
Oh,
your
working.
guidance for all things. Thank you.
Working together. Great.
Yes.
Wonderful. Thank you.
Thank you.
May I request Mr. Venkat Giri to summarize the key points and also say a vote of thanks.
Thank you, Mr. Joshi. It's a privilege to be part of this very important meeting. Malcolm Gladwell in his book, The Tipping Point, speaks about a magical moment where when an idea crosses a threshold, tips and spreads like wildfire is what he says. Perhaps we can say contextually spreads like coronavirus. I think the magical moment is perhaps now. IGBC has been starting with a small 20,000 square feet in the year 2000, has grown to more than 7 billion square feet. And I think further growth, further momentum will be gained by this MOU signing between HDFC and IGBC. Privileged to have you, ma'am. Privileged to have your commitment to be part of this initiative. I would like to thank on behalf of IGBC and CII, HDFC for being part of this initiative, and I'm sure in the times to come we will be able to further scale up. We have been talking about 1 billion square feet per year in the last few years. Probably that could get doubled or tripled in the days to come. I think it's a very important occasion, and we also the program also has been very beautifully structured with Mr. Hota taking the initiative, was already signed an MOU with IGBC, and he spoke very passionately about some of the fundings which he have run and the importance of green buildings. And Mr. Ravi Agarwal, who is a person on the ground who has been doing a lot of green homes, and the presence of and the blessings of the government in the form of Mr. Amrit Abhishat. It has been a great occasion. CII and IGBC would be very glad to work with you, and whatever support that HDFC would require in terms of reaching out to into your potential clients, CII will be more than glad to support you. We have over 28 local chapters all over the country, so we can reach out to more number of developers and builders through our 28 local chapters present all over the country. And lastly, I have a small request to make to Mrs. Renu Karnad. As a bank, as a responsible bank, as somebody who is facilitating and encouraging green building, I would request you also to consider your own branches and some of your important buildings over a period of time to be converted into green building. It will demonstrate the commitment which you and our organization has got towards the concept of green, and we will be privileged to offer all the support which is required for making this MOU work and make this really a tipping point for green buildings in India. Thank you all. Thank you.
Venkatagiri, can you just clarify to Ravi Agarwal? He wanted expediency in sanctioning the green building. So the 1.5 months time period, you want to reduce the time. I'm sure with established organization who know the various parameters to be incorporated rightly for all the green attributes there, for those agencies, I'm sure it will be not like a new agency coming. I'm sure we'll be able to do that. How to really fast track the green clearances, because you already have done it, a new phase going to come. I'm sure your request on that will positively be taken care of. I'm sure our operational team who are hearing and participating in the program will come with a fantastic response. Thank you.
Thank you.
Mr. Venkatagiri, just to give you a response to what you suggested on HDFC offices to be green, yes, we have taken this initiative. We had a first round of talk with the Hyderabad office, and it was preliminary study has been done, but because of the pandemic, actually we couldn't take it further. But sure, we have spoken to our management, including Renu ma'am, and we will try and work out with IGBC. And wherever possible, we will work closely with IGBC to convert some of our offices to be green.
Very good. Nice to hear. Sanjay and Renuji. Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you.
So we are.
Yeah, ma'am wants to say something. Yeah.
So basically, we are, trying to an existing building to change that and to see how it's possible. We can only do it, where we own the office. And those are a few, and of course we'll do it there. And in some of them we do have, solar panels also. But some of the offices which are rented, I guess it won't be that easy. But internally, what we're trying to do internally in the office of saving paper, electricity, water, all that, we are actually right now in the process of, institutionalizing it.
If I may add, Renuji, very good news. Not only for new building, we got a wonderful rating system, very popular. That's called the existing building rating. How to retrofit an existing building. It was not planned originally as a green building. What is that we can do now, today, in terms of energy efficiency, water efficiency, green attributes, etc. Very popular scheme. And also, there's one.
We'll do that. We'll use that.
We can do that under that. And we also have one for the green interiors. Green interiors, another rating. So you can do it under two categories. One for the existing building for upgrading, and number two for the, green interiors. Both can be done, ma'am.
We'll certainly use that. As I said, the former one is most probably going to be, can only be used where we own the building and we can affect the changes.
Yeah.
But in summers also, I think even if we've rented out a large area, we can work it out with the landlord, fund the changes and, do something. We can.
Many leading banks, including RBI and SBI has already done that recently in a big way, ma'am. I just thought we'll just very briefly tell you about that. Thank you. Very good. Thanks for your response.
Thank you, Suresh. Thank you so much.
Lastly, ma'am, before I close, I'm speaking to you from the Green Business Center at Hyderabad. The building is the first green building in India and also the first net zero building of comparable size. I would request you to consider visiting the building whenever you visit Hyderabad.
We will
to you,
do
Mr.
that.
Joshi. To you, Mr. Agarwal.
I have seen.
Thank you.
Yeah, I have seen.
Yeah.
So thank you, everyone. Thank you, everyone, for joining us, and good evening from all of us. Thank you.